Ever since I graduated high school about 5 years ago, I feel like my life has been on a bit of a downward spiral, and I don't really have anyone to blame for that other than myself. I like to say the universe worked against me, or the universe does work against me in many different ways, but I think a big part of it is really my own doing. When I got out of high school, it was like 2019, right before the pandemic and the lockdown and everything happened. And I had thought that I was going to get out of high school, and me and my three best friends were just going to spend all of our time chasing our dreams and living the life that we always wanted to and making it out or whatever. And the reality is, well, that's just not how life goes sometimes. You don't really get to choose how your life goes a lot of the time. For me, I got out of high school and I had to start working because I needed to help cover rent and help pay bills and whatever. And then, like I said, the lockdown happened, pandemic happened, and I thought I was being smart and responsible by not hanging out with any of my friends and not really talking to anybody. And now I am 5 years later, and I basically have no friends. I've lost my real life friends just due to no contact, and I've basically lost all my online friends again due to no contact, and that's more so just because I think we all got kind of bored of the games we're playing and we all just kind of grew up and drifted apart. And some of my friends are going to college, some of my friends are working more full-time jobs, and I mean, I work quite a bit. I work opposite schedules of all of my friends, so that already made a lot of complications with trying to hang out and play games together and whatnot. But like I said, there's a lot of it that is my own fault and my own doing that has led me down this downward spiral of a life. And a lot of it I feel like has been out of my control with the pandemic and everything. And sure, I could have ignored the lockdown rules and I could have made a better effort to hang out with my friends. And especially after the lockdown, I could have definitely made a better effort to reach out to my friends again and, go out and do things and reconnect and rekindle what once was. But instead, I didn't do that and I stayed at home and I worked my job I don't enjoy and I just kind of let my life pass me by for the last, like I said before, 5 years or so. It's just kind of been the same thing every day for the last, well, a while now. I keep kind of repeating myself here, but truthfully, it sucks. I say that all the time. Life sucks, whatever. I'm not here to just complain about it. I'm just here to, I don't know what I'm here to do. I am kind of just recognizing patterns in my own mind lately of my thinking and the way my thoughts correlate to my actions. I mean, they go hand in hand, right? Your thoughts and your actions. Your thoughts are going to affect the way you move, the way you do, the way you exist. All of it. It's all going to be affected. How the hell did I do this? This is all wrong. And lately, I feel like I've just been in a really negative mind space, and it's led me to just feel more negatively towards the things I'm doing. I don't want to do anything that normally would make me feel better, or just in general, I don't want to do anything anymore because I'm just so negative all the time. I feel like I've been spiraling lately, for lack of a better term. I try to always just have a good mindset towards whatever it is I'm doing or whatever thing, situation, whatever it might be. I always just try to have an open, positive mindset towards life as a whole. And as I've gotten older, it's just gotten harder and harder. And I feel like that's kind of a reoccurring theme with my videos, is that life gets hard the older you get. But, well, today, this morning especially, when I recorded my first video, I had no motivation to record my video. I had no motivation to do anything with my life. I mean, that's how this whole weekend was. That's what this whole video this morning was about, is that I'm just lacking motivation. I get stuck on this doing the same thing over and over, and it leads me to just not wanting to do anything because it's not making me any progress, it's not doing anything, whatever. But I mean, everything is making progress. Every day that you're alive is a good day just because you're here, you're existing, you're doing something with your life. At least that's how I've always tried to think about it. But really, truthfully, anymore, it all just feels so pointless. And I feel like there's been a few videos where it's just me trying to fix my mindset. But I truly feel like I've just been spiraling lately. I don't know. I hate coming on here and just complaining as much as that's kind of what this channel is for me to just come on here and talk about whatever, whether it's me complaining about my life or complaining about work or whatever it is. I always try to have some sort of positive message to leave you with because, like I said, I've always tried to be a positive person. I've always tried to have a good mindset, try to be an optimist, whatever. But really, for like 5 years now, I have gone nowhere. I've made no progress. Everything that I do comes back and bites me in the ass in some way, shape, or form. And things have just fallen apart from what I had always dreamed they would be. And I know a big part of that is me not doing the work to reach the dreams that I always had or to create the life I've always wanted. I was very complacent and very lazy and just drifting along. And especially with the pandemic and everything, I got put in such a depression of like, well, I shouldn't go out and see my friends. I shouldn't go out and do anything. All I can do is work and come home and hope I don't get sick. Whatever. That didn't work out. I got COVID like 3 times. But no, truly, it just, everything has felt so meaningless. And it's felt like I'm just going day by day by day by day, hoping that there's going to be some sort of change, and there is never going to be a change unless you make the change. And ever since high school, I feel like everything has just been a downward spiral. Like I said, I lost my friends, me and my girlfriend got into a lot of fights and damn near broke up on more than a few occasions, and things just aren't so peachy, you know? Going through high school, it was every day I was like, man, I can't wait to be done with high school. I can't wait to just get a job and have my own money and have all my own free time where I can do whatever I want. And that just didn't happen. And maybe it could have if I would have done things a little differently. Maybe I could have just ignored the rules of the pandemic, all laws, rules, whatever, the lockdown and everything, like a lot of my friends did, and they were out having parties and whatever, and they seemed to have got off scot free. I was not so lucky. I tried to follow all the rules and got sick anyways, but it just drove me further and further into this kind of isolation of not wanting to see people, not wanting to be around people, not wanting to do anything or go anywhere. Like, truly, all I want or all I've wanted since I got out of high school was to find something that makes me happy and be able to just, I guess, disappear and live my life the way I've always envisioned it or in whatever way seems fitting to me, because honestly I've never really envisioned much of a life past middle school. Really is when it all began. But anymore, I still am just going nowhere fast, constantly, every day, doing the same thing, feeling like it's just what is the point in the end, you know? And I have my good days, I have my bad days, whatever, but I just feel like as of late I've had this overall negative mindset as to, is anything that I'm doing worth it in the long run? Is making these videos worth it in the long run? Does anybody care what I have to say? Will anybody get a good message out of my complaining? Am I just bitching the bitch? Am I just whiny because I'm lazy? I don't know. Really, I don't. I am simply just existing, and I guess in some cases I'm tired of existing. I'm tired of the life that I live, and I'm tired of the way that I've built my life, and it feels too late to change it, which is not the case at all. It's never too late. And I mean, I'm not old by any means. I'm still very young. I'm only 22, so I could change my life by tomorrow if I really wanted to. I could just completely uproot, move out, go to a new city, a new state, and live freely. I mean, there's a lot more complications than that, but I don't have a ton of responsibilities tying me down to any one place or any one thing. I suppose some people, but like family and whatnot. But even then, I could just disappear by tomorrow, and I'm sure nobody would really notice for a good week or so. And I guess that's kind of sad. I don't know. It's kind of freeing knowing that I don't feel like I really have anybody that cares that deeply about me that they would notice right away if anything were to happen or anything were to, like I said, if I were to just disappear, I don't think anybody would notice for quite a while. But not in like the terms of me being dead or something. I think that'd be a little more noticeable if I'm not answering my phone and shit. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm just so negative lately. I really just feel like I've been spiraling really, really badly lately, and it's made it hard to get up and do anything. I'm surprised I even got up to record this video. I was thinking about it since I got up a couple hours ago, and I was like, yeah, I could hop on and record something, but I'm probably just going to be whining again, and who really wants to listen to that? But I honestly, I don't really care who wants to listen at this point. I have repeated over and over that these YouTube videos are more for me than anybody else, which is not 100% true. I want them to be for other people. I want people to see these and I want people to relate or just know that, like, hey, you're not alone in your feelings and whatever, because I feel alone in a lot of my feelings, and I feel alone just in general because I spend so much time by myself. And again, that's because I cut off all my friends and I don't talk to anybody, and it's because I'm living in this fucking depression of a spiral of a wasted life that I just feel so worthless all the time. I don't know how to fix it. I probably need to go to fucking therapy. I probably need antidepressants. I probably need a psychiatrist and a doctor, and I need a lot of things. I need to take better care of myself as a whole. I mean, I eat like one meal a day for every day, really. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I eat dinner. I go to work. I come home, and that's my life every day. Every day, the same cycle over and over and over. And it's just leading me further and further deeper into this rabbit hole of sadness and depression and whatever. I don't know. I don't even, I say that and I don't, it's not like I wake up every day and drag my feet out of bed and I'm so sad, whatever. I'm genuinely, I'm fine 90% of the time. Well, maybe like 80% of the time, but I spend so much time by myself, just in my thoughts, stuck in my head, and it's not necessarily bad thoughts, and it's not like I sit around just crying all the time or I can barely get out of bed. I mean, there's definitely days that I can barely get out of bed. Even today, I woke up and I just didn't want to move. I laid in bed for probably an hour, maybe half an hour, just because I had no motivation to get up. I wake up, I look over, I see my dog, and I know, okay, I gotta go let him out. After that, then what do I do? I guess I'll go shower so I don't have to do it before I eat or after I eat before I have to go to work. But then what do? I just sit around all day doing nothing. And so today I decided I'm gonna record another silly video where I just ramble about nothing and complain about how much my life sucks. And well, I don't know. It makes me feel better, I guess. It helps me get my thoughts out of my head and off of my chest. And in turn, I guess in some ways, it's giving me a bit of a light in the darkness that I feel that my life has become because of my own actions and the way the universe has seemingly conspired against me. I mean, I got out of high school, the pandemic started, my brother died, so I had to move back in with my dad. And it's just been the same, not the same, but it's just been what could go wrong next over and over and over and over. And so instead of looking for any sort of light anymore, it's more just looking for how can I make this horrible situation feel not so horrible. And then it's okay, well, this went right, so what's gonna go wrong next? Like, I got a raise at my job. Am I gonna get fired now? Or are half my coworkers gonna quit? Like, there's always a negative with every positive, and I'm so tired of having that mindset, and I can't break it because it's just how I've been for so long now. I don't know if it's pessimism or just straight depression, or I don't know what you would call it. I don't know. Like I said, I probably need a psychiatrist. I probably need to go to therapy. I probably need some help. I don't know. I mean, I'm fine, but I'm not at the same time. You know, it's so up and down. Every day is a new battle, or I don't, that sounds cliche as hell, but I just fucking sad. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not even sad. It's not the right word for it because it's not a sadness that I feel. I've felt lots of sadness in my life. I felt a lot of depression in my life, and this does not feel like that. But this just feels awful. Just a genuine awful all the time. I'm just tired of feeling so bitter and so negative towards the world. I wish I had something that could just make me feel better, or I don't know what could do it. I mean, these videos help a lot, but even then, it feels like I'm just complaining, or I'm just exposing myself to the world, and who cares?